Whenever you're ready.
A child at the age of 3 knows how to use a computer properly. He can choose to watch his shows, whatever one he wants. He can go on Skype to contact whoever he wants, choosing by name who he wants to talk to. He can determine colors by educational shows that he watches. He can read and write the alphabet, and he can also count past 10. This child is my little brother. Hi, my name is Romana, and I'm part of the social media group. Today, I will talk about young kids' exposure to media, how it harms their communication skills, and proper ways that you can take to ensure positive aspects to kids using computers. Young kids are exposed to media today very greatly. According to an article from a Mashable website posted on August 9, 2011 by Stephanie Buck entitled Kids and Technology, the Developmental Health Debate, Dr. Gary Smalls, a neuroscientist and an expert in Alzheimer's, memory, and aging, states, quote, "As young, malleable brains develop shortcuts to access information, these shortcuts represent new neutral pathways being laid down. What this means is that he found out that brain development in children and their parents seem to be different due to the exposure of technology that the kids face. According to a CNN website posted on May 21, 2012 by Chelsea Clinton and James P. Steyer entitled, "Is the Internet Hurting Us?" They explain how children are being guided towards tablets, smartphones, online, and they're using smartphones to download applications. In this graph that I got from an Age website that was posted on October 25th, 2011 by Matt Carmichael, we see that the amount of times on a typical day that a child aged from 0 to 8 years old is using to spend their day. And we see that computer games and TVs seem to be the most productive ones. According to a 2009 laser study, kids aged 8 to 18 spend an average of 7.5 hours a day, when that number should be 2 hours a day. You see that it's more than triple the amount. According to the same CNN website listed previously, we see that by 2 years old, a child, 90% children have an online history. By 5 years old, 50% regularly use computers to interact with computers using a tablet device or a computer. And by 7 or 8, they play video games regularly. According to this graph, we see that the number of kids who play outside and the number of kids who use screen media is the same percentages. Meanwhile, the number of screen media should be a lot lower, because playing outside is more important than going online. And now to explain how media harms communication skills. According to a Kaiser Family Foundation, 31% of kids under 3 are using computers. At 3 years old, it is a critical development stage, and it is crucial to teach kids the best ways to use the media and to access it for appropriate learning materials. According to National Center for Education Statistics, approximately 90% of children aged 5 to 17 use computers, and 59 of those use the internet. From a website, eHow, in an article entitled Advantages and Disadvantages in Technology and Education, by Karen Howell, she states that socialization is a very important key aspect in school. Aside from learning, kids go to school to resolve conflict issues as well as socialize. But with the technology today and the use of computers, we see that number has been slowly shifting downwards. Because kids don't socialize, they go to school for just learning, and it's not necessarily fun for them. We also, to further prove my point about kids' health, states how social skills may remain undeveloped. It means that people would rather interact online rather than interact in person. Spending too much time online is impacting kids' relationships with their family as well as their friends. And now to talk about how to approach computers positively. The best way is to monitor a computer use for a child, to let them use the amount required, which is 2 hours, instead of the regular one that is stated, which is 7.5 hours. It is important to teach kids how to use computers safely and efficiently and for beneficial use. According to this chart that I found on screenaustralia.gov in 2006, we see that kids aged from 5 to 14 use computers and use the internet for school and educational uses. The highest other one is being 51%, which is playing video games. That is a difference between 30%, 31%. We see that kids would rather use computers and the internet for more educational purposes. Now to revert back to my brother, he has limited access to the internet and to the computers. And when he does have access, we make sure that it's to the beneficial use of them, where he can learn different things. As technology changes and becomes more frequently used in daily lives, it is important for parents to raise their kids to be able to adapt to that and to use it to their full advantages. Thank you.